Hey everybody, my name is Ed. Okay, so so we're gonna do another haul video. Before I get to that, somebody in the last video asked me to do a video regarding the James Gunn announcements about the new DC movies that are going to be coming out the next several years. I'll address it here. I really don't have a lot to say about too much of it, just because they're so far away. We don't know what the actual plots are going to be, or who's going to be starring, who's going to be directing. I think James has actually come out and said since his initial um, announcement that there's not going to be doing adaptations of any specific comic book runs or storylines. They're just going to go for kind of the tone of some of these things, and taking elements from different comics. So who's to say what these projects might actually turn out to be. But just to go through it really quickly, Superman Legacy. Again, we've had good Superman movies, we had bad Superman movies. I don't know what to say. The one that was most interesting to me was The Authority. I think he said something like, here's a team of superheroes who think the world is broken and they're the only ones that can fix it. We've had good comic book stories like that. We've had bad comic book stories like that. And I know there's a lot of people out there who kind of feel this might not be the best fit, just because the Wildstorm universe had a hard time fitting into the mainstream DC universe. I think a lot of people think those characters work better in their own universe. And I kind of think that. I also kind of think, though, you can make it work, but yeah, they do need to be in their own corner of that universe. They need to have their own thing going on, separate from all the other mainstream superheroes. But I was kind of intrigued. I'm a little bit intrigued to see what they're going to do with that particular property. Brave and the Bold, I think that's Batman and Damian. Supergirl and Women of Tomorrow, who knows, could be a good thing. Swamp Thing, again, they've done Swamp Thing movies. I think I like the one that Wes Craven did. That seemed to like was more based on the Lin Wein, Bernie Wrightson stuff. Then they did a sequel to that. I know in the opening credits they showed covers to the Alan Moore run, but again, the material seemed like they had gone a little bit more campy with that one. I remember it was okay for what it was, but I'm not even sure that's something that you can really translate from the comic, to the screen. Creature Commandos. Creature Commandos was this World War II comic where they had the soldiers dress up, or they don't think they dressed up. They transformed themselves into the Frankenstein monster, Wolfman, and Dracula, or a vampire, to scare the Nazis or something like that. There's going to be a thing based on Amanda Waller. I think that would work well as a TV series, possibly, more than a movie. Paradise Lost, it's supposed to be the Amazons, done by way of Game of Thrones. I never watched Game of Thrones. Lanterns, they said it's Green Lanterns meets a cop show. All right. Booster Gold, that might be interesting, just in kind of like a lighthearted, goofy, campy superhero story. So, that might work. Okay, so we're going to get to this week's haul. Okay, so first I've got Wasp #1. Photon #2. Oh no, what's happening here? My camera. There we go. Photon #2. Wildcats #2. Uh, Captain America Symbol of Truth #6. So this is Sam Cap. #7. Absolution #5. It's kind of funny because the whole premise of this is it's a near future world, and they're satiating the public by making them, or not by making them, but by having them watch these online violent assassination game, and betting on it and commenting on it as if it was a sports game. It's just interesting because I recently just rewatched Rollerball from 1975. This movie with James Gunn. It was directed by Norman Jewison, which is about the same thing. The corporations, or a similar premise, I should say, not the same thing, but the corporations have taken over the world, and there's no war, there's no poverty or whatever, but they control every aspect of everybody's life. And to kind of, again, satiate the public, they make them, or they don't make them, but they have them watch this violent sports game. Okay, so Absolution. Captain Genesville, Captain Marvel #4. Uh, Captain America 27. This is that Tanahashi Coach run. Alex Ross cover. Plunge #3. Horror Story by Joe Hill and art by Stuart Immonen. Savage Wolverine #6. I basically got this because I've seen a page of some of this Joe Mad art. But I thought it looked kind of interesting. I'm really not that interested in the storyline or whatever, but some of this art looks cool. So I just wanted to check it out, right? Sorry, excuse me. All right. Bounce #10. This was this weird offbeat series that Joe Casey did a few years back. I kind of want to find reread this, and maybe we'll do a video on it. Maybe not. We'll see. Ghost Rider #21. I don't know what I was looking for. I was looking for some information about some old 70s horror movie or B movie or something like that. And for some reason, uh, art from this comic came up. I was looking for something like Chainsaw Nurses or something like that, and this came up. And you have Ghost Rider fighting assassin nurses. So I thought, okay, let's see what's going on here. I think this is Jason Aaron. Yeah, written by Jason Aaron. So it's got to be. It looks kind of crazy. So we'll give it a shot. All right. The Job #3. And #4. These are just kind of these kind of realistic stories about being beat cops in New York, right? And then Starstruck #4 and #5. Again, something else I wanted to reread. I have these. I found all the other issues I have with this, but I couldn't find these issues. I don't know what happened to them. So again, I wanted to kind of reread them. Maybe we'll talk about them in the future. Maybe not, but all right. Okay, so then that's it. Thank you very much for watching. I do appreciate it. You guys have a great day.